Hello, this is Juniper of Sola V Studio, and welcome to my backyard. I do apologize for the squirrel. The squirrel's been very talkative for the past few minutes, and sometimes they go on for quite a long period of time. So that's just part of it. And the Stellar Jays have come back. There's a group of about 4 or 5. Oh my goodness. Sorry, my cat, we're down by the stream, so she came with me, and she jumped straight up in the air to catch a bug, and then landed in the water and was not pleased about getting wet, so it's pretty funny. But anyways, Stellar Jays, squirrels, cats, machinery, it's all part of it. So, tomorrow is a Jewish festival that kind of marks the new year. And I believe around this time of year there's also a Hindu festival that marks their new year. And we are quickly approaching, in the northern hemisphere, or even in the southern hemisphere, quite honestly, the balancing point, where day and night are equal, depending probably on where you live on this planet. But as far as how north or south of the equator you live. But ideally, it's a time of balance. And when the seasons come to the balancing point, both in the spring and in the fall or the autumn, I like to take some time to check in with myself. And it seems as if during those times of year there's, the weather's nice, the weather's how it is, but it seems as if a bit of a pause comes in, for me at least, in how I experience the shifting of the seasons. So, as I think it's this Sunday coming up, that is the actual equinox. So when we come to these balancing points of the year, I like to assess my physical health. How is my health? Have I been experiencing any sorts of aches and pains? Okay, Mr. Crow. Have I been experiencing any physical discomfort? How have I been eating? Have I been eating more conveniently, or have I been preparing whole food meals? Am I stuck in eating certain things? Do I need to expand my diet and add more of this or that to it? Depending on your dietary preferences, are you eating enough produce? Personally, for me, I have a tendency to not eat enough fruit. So and especially with this time of year, there's an abundance of fruit being harvested, and it has been being harvested. But apple season is coming. There's going to be a lot of fresh local apples. Blueberry season has ended. Blackberries, there's still quite a few blackberries around. Some of the late blackberries that have gone on. So there's this time of year is great for fruit, and that is one of the things that I have a tendency to not eat as much of. But also with the physical is, am I exercising enough? Am I making sure that I'm doing my stretching? Am I working on my cardio? How am I treating my physical being? And I've been working with the Hermetic principles, or the universal laws, some might say. And the second one, this is Tuesday, so anyways, second day of the week in my way of thinking. is the balancing between, or the counter effect of above and below, within and without. So kind of in that realm, thinking about how you're taking care of your physical body and how that is going to affect your outer world. You know, how much time and effort are you putting into your physical body? I mean, if you're not getting enough cardio and you really want to do this super amazing 20-mile hike up a steep mountain, well, you may want to think about that for a minute. You may want to build up some more stamina before you take on that beautiful hike into the pristine mountains where you could come across snow and ice and things like that. And the high mountains this time of year are phenomenal. Absolutely beautiful. And pretty soon, the rut is coming. Actually, a buck, a 2-point, walked through. I have a lot of deer traffic in my yard. He actually went to the bathroom on my sidewalk and then walked through. And the velvet off of the buck's antlers is now, or the velvet has fallen off the buck's antlers. So it's, they're getting ready for the rut. And after that happens, then, and all the, are they cows? I know they are for elk, but I'm not sure for deer. Anyways, the does, there you go. So after the does become impregnated, then hunting season opens. And generally so that's, I love, each time of year has such special and sacred things that happen. The ducks and geese have been flying by, so it's just a time of change and transforming. So when I think about my physicality, yes, I would love to go see the deer and things and go up into the mountains, but am I physically fit to do the trails that I would love to do? Maybe not. So if I want to put myself in a situation where I can do that 20-mile hike straight uphill both ways, 40 miles down and back in a day, am I physically fit enough to do that? And if not, how do I get there? So so I can do it before the weather turns too cold, or the snows come down too far, because I don't own snowshoes or this or that, so I'd have to wait until probably next May before the snow would let up enough so I could easily trek that path. What preparation would I need to do to accomplish that goal? So this is the time of, I don't know, for me, light planning and just taking a toll or a look at where I'm at physically. Another part is mentally. Where am I at in my mind? What kind of dreams am I having? Am I having happy, great dreams, or am I having more nightmarish dreams? Am I waking up in the middle of the night and the crows have not been around in a while? I'm surprised. Hello. All right. Am I waking up with all sweaty and frazzled in the middle of the night, or am I sleeping steadily through and waking up with all these pleasant thoughts? What's the feeling of the dreams? What are your thoughts throughout the day? What are those thoughts that just, when you're doing something mundane, driving your car or this or that, what are the thoughts that are coming in your head? Kind of goes along a bit with your thoughts is your emotions. I like to take some time of where I'm at emotionally. What is bringing me joy in my life right now? And what are the things that are not bringing so much joy? And for the joyful parts, how can I try to stay in that place of joy. Yes, I know everything has to have, especially at this balancing point, not everything can be happy, happy rainbows and unicorns. You know, of course there's going to have to be the counterbalance to it. But then if I'm feeling joy, am I going over the top with it? Is everything just so over the top? Because am I emotionally like this, like a big wave? Or am I emotionally like a steady pond, like a glassy pond? So, you know, is my joy more of a contentment, more of an equanimity feeling, or more of massive antipathies and massive sympathies? Oh, I love this so much. Oh, I hate this so much. Like, am I, again, doing the roller coaster thing, or am I taking a more balanced effect right on through? One of the things for me emotionally is how much laughter and humor am I experiencing? Like, for me, laughter and humor is some of the best medicine around. And if I can laugh and have fun and joke around, like, that brings me such pleasure. You know? Just to be laughing and joking and lighthearted and playful and, you know, not taking life so seriously all the time. So, how do I incorporate laughter and humor into my life? But that, for me, that laughter and humor kind of blends in with the fourth thing that I like to consider when I am at this balancing point of the year, is my spiritual life. Am I spending time in my practice of gratitude? Am I spending time in learning new things? Am I reading inspiring books? Am I, however you experience spirituality, are you doing those things? Are you making the time? Or is it just constantly on the back burner and not even something that you have a moment for at this time? And then wherever I find myself at, on any of those levels, the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual, it's a great time to make adjustments. As the weather shifts, as it will, it affects the amount of time I spend outside versus inside, because the rains are going to come, and it's getting colder. I've already noticed a big shift in temperatures, so it's a great time to just weigh your options. And maybe if you had been in the habit of running around your neighborhood, maybe there's somewhere else you can run, like an indoor, I don't know, maybe your friend has a treadmill you can borrow or use or get your own, or if you have one. But it might be time to maybe, instead of running, go to open swim and just do laps in the pool, because that's fabulous exercise. In an indoor pool is a pretty warm and cozy environment. So, I mean, there's lots of different ways when you just take a moment to look at how things are going and shift or change, potentially, your focus. But my hope is that everything is perfectly balanced and you are absolutely happy with every aspect of your life. Okay. Blessings on your day.